Welcome back to another episode of Shreveport Connection. I'm Tommy.
And I'm Steve Future, and this is the edition of Best of 2010. Starting off with Announcer of the Year. Well, the nominees are Jeremy Borash, Mike Tenay, Michael Cole, Jerry Lawler, and Josh Matthews.
And the other guy from
Stanford.
Yeah, Stanford, the new guy.
My pick really is the new guy.
Yep.
Scott Stanford, because he actually knows the moves that the wrestlers are wrestling, and that's really what I want to know what they're doing.
Yep.
I don't care about the drama. That comes later.
If it was actually putting your effort into the company, my vote would go with Jeremy Borash.
For TNA.
From TNA.
What's our next?
Okay, Women of the Year. Woman of the Year.
Females of the Year. Well,
Women of the Year.
Yeah.
Nominees are Mickie James.
And Mickie James. You got Natalya. You got Michelle McCool, Layla, Velvet Sky, Angelina Love.
Angelina Love in there.
Gail Kim, Alicia Fox, the Bella Twins. But vice versa. And
you got Natalya in there?
Natalya. I already said Natalya. All in all, my favorite one is Mickie James. She's made the transition from WWE to TNA and has upped the game of all the knockouts.
She's been in TNA before, but that was back when they had the six-sided ring.
When it was better. Okay, our next one.
Feud of the Year.
Feud of the Year.
Nexus.
Nominees
are Nexus.
Nexus versus John Cena.
Yep.
Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker. Randy Orton versus Sheamus.
You want to go with qualify? You got what is it? RVD versus Jeff Hardy.
RVD versus Jeff Hardy.
And you got Jeff Hardy versus upcoming Mr. Anderson.
I said the best feud of the year was The Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels leading up to WrestleMania. And then you got the worst feud of the year, which got nominated John Cena versus Nexus, Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker, and Jeff Hardy versus the entire locker room of TNA. RVD versus the entire locker room of TNA.
Yep.
Probably the worst feud of the year that they dragged out for too long was John Cena versus the Nexus.
Yep.
I mean, it's 6 months going on 7.
Still going.
So they've drug it out way too long. Worst catchphrase of the year.
And yes, Nexus was back on Raw tonight.
Back on Raw, yes. Very unfortunate.
And they have a new leader.
CM Drunk. I see your eyes puffy from drinking too much. I'm not stupid.
Alright, pay-per-view of the year.
Pay-per-view of the year.
Well, you want to do the worst pay-per-view of the year or the best pay-per-view of the year? Worst pay-per-view of the year. I go with nominees are Extreme Rules.
Worst pay-per-view of the year?
Yeah.
I agree.
That's enough said on that.
Enough said.
That's the only one I'm nominating. The only one I vote for.
After it happened, it was nominated worst pay-per-view so far. And I still agree at this point that it is the worst pay-per-view of the year.
And as long as you're going to keep it PG, it's going to be the worst.
Exactly.
All right. Best pay-per-view of the year is, of course, WrestleMania.
It was WrestleMania. There was nothing that topped WrestleMania throughout the entire year. Wasn't one particular one. Not any of the bragging rights, Hell in a Cell.
Nope.
Any other pay-per-view did not top WrestleMania.
Yep.
It just didn't. The way it was set up, the way it was done, there was nothing better. Male Superstar of the Year?
No. We gave the pay-per-view of the year. Okay, news story of the year. Again, you got the Nexus angle.
Well, the news story of the year was the Nexus coming in.
And you got Mickie James going in a transition from wrestling to singer and back to wrestling in TNA.
With her own music.
With her own debuting music.
Well, yeah, and then
you got Most underrated wrestler of the year.
Underrated wrestler. I would say Daniel Bryan.
He's a nominee. You got Kofi Kingston.
Kofi Kingston. Well, because he's black, he's underrated.
Yep. And of course, you got Evan Bourne.
Evan Bourne's underrated, but he is small.
Again, you got Amazing Red. He's underrated. He's small.
Caval, who was recently released,
Motor City Machine Guns.
was underrated. Machine Guns are underrated, but they're still
Small.
small.
But they're tag team champions. They deserve it.
Been tag team champions for a while.
And the winner is?
Most underrated wrestler of the year.
It's one to think about.
Yeah, I just want to think about it. Mine is Daniel Bryan
Daniel Bryan.
because they released him, brought him back, and then he won a championship. He beat the current WWE champion 3 times and made him tap out 4 times because he got signed to a Raw deal for one night, made The Miz tap out, and then they signed him completely at a pay-per-view, and then made The Miz tap out to lose his United States Championship. And then he got a rematch, made him tap out again, and then they had a pay-per-view at the Hell in a Cell. Then he made The Miz tap out again, and then from then on he was making people just tap out.
Yep.
Very underutilized. Oh, and you forgot to mention R-Truth.
Yeah. Who's it?
He
hasn't wrestled in about a month, and the reason he's sick, he's got walking pneumonia.
Poor guy's in the hospital.
Yep.
Hope you get better, man.
Hadn't been any updates in about a week, so our thoughts and prayers are going out to R-Truth.
Yep. We hope to see you soon in the ring.
Possibly January 16th.
Yep.
Live.
When he comes to Shreveport, Louisiana.
Coliseum.
The Shreveport Connection. The Shreveport Connection will be there. The next one.
Okay, most underrated wrestler. Okay, we already know. Moment of the year.
Moment of the year.
John Cena being rehired. Nominee.
Nominee of the year was the Nexus angle.
Yep.
They really surprised everybody. They did it correctly. But the problem was they did not do it right.
And you got Jeff Hardy's screw job.
That wasn't a moment. He's been a heel before, so that's not surprising.
I'm just nominating it.
Yeah.
That's why he turned heel. Let's see, what else? Other than the Hogan, Bischoff, and Dixie Carter angle.
That was all just history repeating itself and not working.
Yeah, corporate takeovers, in other words. Okay, and the winner is?
The winner is the Nexus angle.
Nexus.
Despite the second week them all having microphones after being busy.
Okay, you got Tag Team of the Year. Nominees are Motor City Machine Guns.
You got Beer Money.
See, you got the World's Greatest Tag Team.
Which is in Ring of Honor. Yes, we're mentioning that.
Yep.
You also got Santino and Vladimir Kozlov, who are the current WWE Unified Champions.
Yep. Hart Dynasty.
Before they split up.
Yep. And we did have Team 3D, but they split up too. So
we also
that disqualifies them.
Also have the Usos.
Yep, the Usos. Let's see, what other tag teams are there? Not many in WWE.
Not many in TNA either. Orlando Jordan and Eric Young. They're a tag team, believe it or not.
And Eric Young's walking around with a TNA World Heavyweight Championship.
Which he found in the trash can.
Which, the angle is not going to work again. He stole that idea from us.
Exactly.
Well, not just us, but every other company.
Yeah. So, the winner was... What is your winner?
I go with Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah, because they got the most talent. And then you forgot Generation V.
Yeah.
They're a pretty good tag.
The younger Hardys.
Yeah, the younger Hardys.
And Wrestler of the Year. Nominees are John Cena, Randy Orton. The less awesome, Miz.
The awful.
Jeff Hardy. Matt Morgan.
John Morrison's in there?
We'll put John Morrison there.
And then you also have up-and-coming Daniel Bryan. I can see him being a superstar of the year. He's made the Intercontinental Champion tap out 3 times. He made Ted DiBiase tap out twice. He made the current WWE Champion tap out 4 times. So, yeah, I could see him being, and he's got Randy's running around with the Bellas.
Yeah.
And Alex Riley told him one week on Raw that you can miss all this. He goes, looks at his championship and looks at the 2 girls and says, I think I'm all right. So.
Yeah. So what's better than this? Having a championship belt and 2 women.
Exactly.
And Miz, you ain't got no women.
You ain't got no women. So who's your winner? Slammy went to John Cena this past year.
The Slammer for Wrestler of the Year went to John Cena.
The 2-time Slammy Award winner being Superstar of the Year.
Yeah.
Who do you pick now?
I will go.
You got Sheamus in there too.
Yeah, I'll still go with they got a choice of John Cena or Daniel Bryan. Let's toss up between 2. I ain't got a coin, so I can't flip.
See, John Cena won the WWE Championship this year.
Yep.
Daniel Bryan won the United States Champion from the current WWE Champion.
But this way, he could be Breakout Star of the Year.
Daniel Bryan?
Yep.
Yeah. But he still could be Superstar of the Year with what he's accomplished, being released and then coming back.
Yep.
Because of somebody being upset about him choking somebody
with a
tie.
Justin Roberts.
And a break.
But you see other guys using chains and whips and everything else choking people out.
Yeah, how about a face? Also they also had Daniel Bryan get face planted on the briefcase.
Yeah, on the briefcase.
That's a headshot.
Yeah, that's a headshot.
Should have been fined and released.
That was a medal.
That was metal. Still could hurt himself. A headshot's a headshot.
Yep.
So, what do you think?
For Wrestler of the Year.
I was going to say Randy Orton. Think about it.
Fan favorite would be Randy Orton. Yep.
That's my pick of the year. Underrated Superstar of the Year is Daniel Bryan, but Superstar of the Year is Randy Orton because, look, Randy Orton...
Yep. I give it to Randy Orton myself.
Randy Orton was champion twice this year.
Another breakout star, Alex Riley.
Alex Riley hasn't won any championship.
Because he just came from NXT.
Exactly. So he's really not a breakout. The breakout star really is Wade Barrett. He really broke out into the scene after he won the championship and has had titles.
Still only has 1 move.
But he has the title. He's had a title matches already. Several WWE title matches. And Alex Riley hasn't really seen much action.
But don't remind me, we got to watch his boring self live on January 16th. In the main event.
I'm glad they got a new leader at Nexus. It was time for a change. I think eventually the leader of Nexus is going to be David Otunga. It's just going to work its way that way.
I predicted that weeks ago. David Otunga is going to be leader. Well, he announced that they are under new leadership. CM drunk.
Or as John Cena says, CM sucks.
Yeah.
That's really PG. Yeah, and that concludes our award show. Actually, we got one more. Heel of the Year.
Oh, yeah. Heel of the Year.
Heel of the Year would go to The Miz.
Nexus. They're heels.
Well, but I'd say The Miz because he was not only United States Champion this year, he won Money in the Bank and became WWE Champion.
Yep. Since Jericho's gone, he's been gone for 2 months.
I'd say it was The Miz. And this ends our show for the awards show. Stay tuned for our next show.